This right here is Double Trouble at Duthie Hill Mountain Bike Park in Issaquah, Washington, and today I'm going to be reviewing it. I'm not going to be reviewing the full trail, so I highly recommend that you guys check out my video titled Double Trouble Trail Progression. That video covers all of the unchanged jumps that I won't be covering in this review. As I would start any other trail review, I will give you some basic facts and stats about Double Trouble. This trail has a 59-foot descent, which is actually less than something such as Flying Squirrel, or even Overtime at 360 trails, which have a 63 and 99-foot descent. This trail feels like it goes on way longer than either of those, but this may be because Double Trouble has a fairly flat top and bottom section. This is noticeable because there's a lot more pedaling involved, specifically at the beginning and at the end. The trail's length is 0.2 miles, which is double the length of Flying Squirrel, and that feels about right. Now, let's get to the real trail. First of all, I think you guys need to know what specifically has changed. The key points that have been updated are the first berm, the landing and a roller before the 5th jump, or first step down, the 8th jump, or second step down, the addition of a new 9th jump, the 10th jump, and the berm after the 10th jump. All of these changes affect the quality of the trail in different ways, and here's my breakdown of all of it. So first, we have the beginning berm. This berm was made way bigger, and that's pretty much all you need to know. You can actually see the line of the old berm right towards the bottom. The old berm wasn't even a real berm, and this is a big improvement. Next, we have the roller before the first step down. Now hear me out, but I think this feature was not only unnecessary, but also sort of an annoyance. The reason for this is because most people land the 4th jump towards the right side, and the rollers towards the left. This doesn't give you enough setup time to turn, and a lot of people actually miss the roller because of this. Without this roller, the following jump would be way easier to get speed for, and require way less effort to clear. Though I don't like this addition, it is a well-made roller, and you can pump it pretty well. In contrast to the roller though, the landing to the step down was made almost perfect. A few months ago, this jump was considered a real step down, but now with a raised landing, you could argue for the jump to be a plain old gap jump. Most people land this jump towards the left side, while still staying relatively in the middle. The addition of a raise on the right side was very unnecessary, because there's a tree blocking your path, so the landing there isn't really possible. I do, however, absolutely love the left side, as nosing in a slight amount will give you a natural satisfying feeling, as well as give you speed for the next jump. After you land that next jump, you go into the new and improved step down. Well, the lip of this jump wasn't changed at all, the landing was, and oh man is it crazy. The old landing was lower, which meant that the jump was very chill and also rollable. Now, that is definitely not the case, and the jump was made into a real gap. You need a lot more speed to clear this jump now than before because the jump's a lot longer. As you can see, I'm 5'6", and this jump is way bigger than me. If you pedal once before you hit this jump, you will land perfectly, and you'll get a really amazing feeling that you just can't get on other jumps. Since this step down is so massive now, it is easily the biggest step down at Duthie. This is easily my favorite jump on the trail, and even one of my favorites at the park. This jump's lip and landing are placed perfectly as well, and they both run very smoothly. If I were to give you a tip on hitting this jump, I would say pedal once before the berm and pop up as much as you can, because that will result in you jumping and landing farther. Once you land the step down, you ride into the most controversial jump on the trail. This feature is completely new, and it is basically a simple roller double. First of all, you guys definitely need a warning. Brake into this jump. If you don't brake, you'll end up overshooting this into the lip of the step up, and you won't be able to bail after the jump, so be aware of this. Also, you should brake after the jump too, because the step up tends to throw you a bit far as well. The last tip I have for you is to stay low. You want to scrub this as much as possible to prevent overshooting it. With that out of the way, we can talk about the jump itself. This roller double has been causing issues for a lot of people, but I personally don't mind it. Lots of people complain about its placement, especially how you have to turn after the landing. While this can be a bit frustrating, I think it's one of those jumps that just takes some getting used to. If you actually look to the side, you can see how the builders integrated stairs into the walk-up trail. I won't talk about this at all, but I just think it's a cool feature. Okay, so now on to what everyone came here for. This is the new step up. Both the lip and landing were changed, but mostly the landing. Though the lip was made about a foot higher, the landing was made at least 3 feet higher, so now it's a real step up. The old jump wasn't really a step up, and the lip did feel kind of weird, so I'm definitely glad they fixed it. The new lip is a lot smoother, and it also kicks you way better as well. The main reason that I think this jump needed to be changed is because the old lip shot you in a weird direction. It felt like you were falling out of the sky when you were landing, and it always hurt to land. Also, the berm after it definitely needed fixing, but I'll get to that in a minute. I really like the feel of this jump, and there's not much else to say. I just think the builders did it perfectly, although it is a bit of a trick. If you come in with way too much speed, you're going to overshoot it, and also, you have no setup time after the roller double. That means that you can definitely case this jump, so don't do what this guy did. As you can see, he landed the roller double really flat, and that's what caused him to panic and then break. That's exactly why you want to scrub the roller double, exactly like I said before. Now, we'll move on to the last thing that's changed, the berm after the step up. There's not much to say about this, except that it's exactly like the first berm. It was raised, and it's really fun now. If the step up was changed and the berm wasn't, I would be going over the berm every time because I take the step up to the left, and that's where the berm is. So that's pretty much all there is to say about the actual trail, and now I'm going to give it its final score. The final score for the new section of Double Trouble is going to be a 9.5 out of 10. I think it really deserves the score, but the only reason that I'm deducting half a point is for the placement of the roller double. I think it could have been moved a little farther back, and it also would be better if it wasn't there. Before we go, I'm going to show you the full trail. Before we do that though, I want to say one thing. I'm not going to be uploading next week because I have a bunch of finals at school that I have to study for. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in 2 weeks.